Good morning, guys. So today we woke up, the sun was in the sky after yesterday's rainy start, so it made me feel a little bit more vitalized. For you of you out there that suffer from autoimmune diseases, from chronic fatigue, from chronic pain, and from issues like fibromyalgia like myself, you will understand to a certain degree that the weather plays a massive part on how you feel. So today the sun's in the sky, you can see my curtains behind me, they're lovely and bright. It seems like a nice bright day out there, so I do have to venture out. So I thought I would create a face that goes from this to this. So, what I need to do, I'm not a professional makeup artist, I am just a general mum. Now my kids are older and I've left home, but I'm still a mum who's always had a busy job. So this is just a quick, simple face that I put on so that I don't go out in the street and scare people. So this is all I'm gonna do. I don't have anything posh. I have one blusher brush, one powdery brush, one eyebrow brush that has seen better days, a little sponge, some old eyelash curlers which I used to use years and years and years ago. Haven't used them for a long time. Someone suggested them to me again not long ago, because as I've got older my eyelashes have got a lot thinner. They used to be really long and luscious, so I've started to use these again and they have made a massive difference. I have bought a new pair but I haven't taken them out of the box yet. I've got two slightly damp cotton buds because I always make mistakes, and then I'll show you the makeup that I'm using as I go on. So first of all I need to do is, I do need a new one of these. This was actually left for me by a friend. This is I think Primark. Now it's almost run out, so I am struggling to get anything out of here, and I do need to buy another one. But the problem we have here in Spain, I don't know what it's like anywhere else in the world, makeup at the moment you can't sample any colours, so I don't want to buy anything more if I don't know what colour I'm buying. Now this does look as though it's extremely pale for my skin, and I'm not gonna lie, this is okay for my winter skin, but now I've got a bit of colour, it is probably too light. However, I do have, so that is all I put on of that. I do have supermarket special. Here in Spain we have Mercadona. It's a BB cream. It's extremely dark, again because we weren't allowed to test. I've bought the wrong colour, but I'm just putting a little bit of this in and amongst the colour that I've just put on my face that is too pale. Now the BB cream here, this Mercadona one, is actually just more like a tinted moisturiser. So with the concealer I've just put on my face, it actually creates quite a nice colour for me. So with my angled part of the sponge, which you can see probably needs a wash to be fair, I just blend up from the middle of my eyebrows up into my forehead. I'm not really going up into my hairline. Here I go under my eye, I close my eye, and I'm going over it as well. And as you can see, that is actually blending almost to my natural skin colour, which is pretty good to be fair. I didn't put any of this dark stuff on my nose, which I needed to. So I'll just put a little bit of that on. Right, so, as I say, I'm not a makeup expert. There's going to be experts out there, makeup tutorials that are telling people I'm doing this completely wrong. But as I say, it works for me, so I've never been one of those girls that wears a lot of makeup. I'm not gonna lie. Even when I go on a night out, I'll probably just put on another layer of eyeliner and another layer of mascara. So, you know, I'm not one of those girls that knows how to blend properly. I never have done, and never probably will be now at my age. I have got a piercing there. That is not dirt up my nose, that is actually my piercing. Now, you can't see properly in this light, but by comparison to my face and my chest area, my neck is extremely white. So I'm hoping you can see a bit of difference there in my actual skin tone. If we're going close, I still have wrinkles, as you can see, but I'm 47 this year, so they are part of me. So I just like to make sure that's well blended, then that can be discarded. So next, Revolution makeup is available in the UK from Superdrug. I buy it here from a company called Druni. Again, not allowed to test the colours. It is probably a little bit dark. It is summer here, so I don't mind a bit of colour. Obviously, I'm going to have to go quite light on this. So I just get my big fluffy brush and just very, very lightly tap and just fluff over my face. I do my eyelids as well, and just under my eyes, just to give some natural colour. This is not to create anything over and above, I'm trying to bring a bit of natural sunlight to my face. Now, as I said to you before, I'm not a professional makeup artist. There's going to be people that if they watch this, they would be horrified. Now, I've got no other makeup on my neck. I'm just going to brush down in some natural strokes just to create a bit of colour on my neck, because it is quite white, as I say, by comparison to my face and chest. So that's not bad. Quite natural looking. Next thing, that can now be discarded. Next thing for me, people spend a fortune getting their eyebrows done. Again, something else I've never had spare money to do. So all I get is, this is actually a kohl eyeliner. €1 from my local shop. Pay €1, pay €50 for a kohl eyeliner, pay what you want. It's in dark brown. All I do is lightly go over my natural brow shape. As I've got older, my brows and eyelashes have got considerably thinner. I probably look as though I do overpluck, but I actually don't. It's just as I've got older, it's the way my natural eyebrow shape has developed. So you'll see in a minute when I brush it out. This €1 eyebrow pencil, for the amount I use it, which is most days, even if I don't put any makeup like base on, which I do normally, I would still put a bit of this on and a bit of mascara just to open my eyes. Even though I wear sunglasses 90% of the time outside, I still like when I take my sunglasses off or my mask off, I do actually like to look as though I've got eyelashes and eyebrows. Now, as you can see, they are far from perfect, but when I brush them out with a very simple, probably a slightly overused brush, that ain't bad. That for me, for every day, is perfectly acceptable. Looks natural. It isn't perfect. Just put a little bit more there. I've now probably put too much on. So I've now got some eyebrows and some natural base. Next thing, the extremely overused eyelash curlers. You really can't see my natural eyelashes because they are now so pale. I don't know if there's any specific rule about how long you should hold these on your eyelashes for. I have been told by people before, warm them slightly before you use them. It makes a longer lasting curl. I've never done that in my life. I used to use eyelash curlers all the time, and I haven't used them for many, many years. But I have noticed since my eyelashes, someone suggested it to me, and my eyelashes are much thinner now, that they do make a massive difference. So I just do them twice. I don't know why I do them twice, but I do. Okay, next thing, straight on. If I'm going out in an evening, in winter, I probably put some dark charcoal or some black eyeliner on just above my eyelash line and underneath as well. Through summer, I don't. It's something less to melt off my face, and just takes extra time in the morning. Mascara. Again, this is makeup on a budget. This is €2.69 per tube. It lasts me about 3 months before it dries up. Again, bearing in mind, we do live in the heat, even though the apartment's not too bad. Things do dry up here more than they do in the UK. I have, over time, tried every single mascara out there up to the probably about the £15-16 mark. I always used to swear by Boots number 7, then Boots 17, then Boots number 7 again. Then I went on to Maybelline about 7-8 years ago. Probably a bit longer than 10 years ago. Used that for many, many years. When I moved back over here, financially things were extremely tight. I didn't want to be paying 10-12 euros for a mascara when they were drying up all the time, because at the time that the apartment was too hot, the house was too hot. I hadn't realised that the reason they were drying up as quick was the excessive heat. So I started to try cheaper tubes. I found this, as I say, after many searches. It is absolutely the same as the Big Lash by Maybelline. So, slightly curved brush. This is where I get smudges. Slight zigzags up. Look at that, with one coat already the difference. I do both eyelashes, sets of upper eyelashes without putting the thingy back in the tube. So just one brush full gives them the first coat. In the tube again. Take off any excess. Lower lashes. This is where I pull funny faces. First coat. Both eyes again from the same amount of mascara. Try and get them even before I leave them a few minutes, 20 seconds. They're pretty even already. Okay, so to be fair, I've not done too bad there. I usually have them, if you can see, there's just a couple little bit of smudges there. Just rub them off. I don't go back over it with any foundation or anything. So just one coat of mascara, and that is the difference already. Another brush full, exact same. Two coats. This time, for some reason, I've just automatically gone to refill my brush. So that's just a habit, routine, whatever you want to call it. Try and jiggle a little bit as I put it on. I'm trying, for the sake of the camera, not to pull the silly faces that I normally do. I'm not doing anything different on this tutorial apart from slowing it down and showing you the products I'm using than I would do in a morning. So I'm not trying to be a teacher, I'm just trying to show you what a difference 8 or so minutes can actually make. Now, it does take me that long normally. As I say, I am slowing things down for the sake of the camera, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just building it up layer by layer. I normally leave it probably 2 coats. I'd probably leave it at that for the bottom layer. Get a bit more on them outer eyelashes. So now we've got a smudge, not a problem. Okay. I would then just leave that standing to one side a minute. I would get my blusher brush. This is Mad About Mauve. Perfect for winter, not so great for summer, but there's 4 colours in there. Fluke, Flirt, Heather and Foxglove. I bought this at the airport and I bought this at the airport. It's called Mad About Mauve. I got this as a free gift actually at the airport. I spent £10 and I got this free. That was in Boots. So the colour I'm actually using is Heather, and I'm only putting it on my upper cheekbone. I'm not doing no shading, no highlighting, nothing like that. Something else I've never really got the hang of. I've never really needed a job where I need to be fully made up in the day. And as I say, in summer, the last thing you need is loads of makeup. So that is enough blusher. I'll just put a bit on my nose, a bit on my chin. Just do my hairline. Back to one last quick coat of mascara on my upper lashes. Especially the outside ones. Give them a little bit of a fan it up. I'm not one of those girls, unfortunately, that keeps her makeup in perfect condition. Brushes don't get washed as often as they should, but I'm not going to pretend that they do. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a mum, working mum, who every so often goes, oh, hell, I've not washed my makeup brushes, I'll do it. Then realise you've washed them all in a panic and don't actually have any dry ones, because the only brushes you've got are the ones you use. But hey ho, even at my age I still do things like that. So again, that same eyelash is creating little blobs. So that is pretty much how I leave it. The one thing I would do, and again, oh, this is a little spray bottle. I've had to decant the product into a different spray bottle because the spray stopped. This is actually just like Afterglow. However, it's silver, so it's really the winter shade. I haven't got the gold one. Now you can hear the ball. Oh, it's leaking. That's literally because I only swapped the bottle this morning. So give it a good shake. You can see the sediment on the bottom there. There's a little balling that mixes it. It does need a good shake. If I had gold, I'd put gold on with it being summer. But all it does is close your eyes. Little mist like that, just adds a little bit of moisture to the finished effect. You can see there's a little bit of natural glow there now. Once that's dried, I think that's okay for a day's makeup. I'm not the kind of girl that wears lipstick usually. I've usually just got lip balm on, so my face might look as though it's lacking a little bit of colour. But for all day, everyday wear, especially in the heat, I think that's absolutely fine for me. As I say, I have slowed it down a little bit for the camera. From start to finish, I normally take about 8 minutes. Try and do it on a clean, moisturised face. You all have to learn what's good for you, how it works for you, what works, what doesn't work. You have to try different products. There's no point in me saying, go out and buy this. All I was trying to do is show you what I use. Basic, bog standard, drugstore, or Boots, or Superdrug makeup. Nothing I've got is over a few euros, including my brushes. Yeah, I think that that's quite acceptable for every day. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis. So hope that gives you some inspiration to realise that you can actually do it yourself when you're going out. It doesn't take a lot of energy, doesn't take a lot of money, doesn't take a lot of motivation, but it can make a massive difference. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought to this video. I am still new at this, I am still learning, but please join me. It's Claire Mehay-Hayes, living life with fibromyalgia, and I'd love to see your comments and have some interaction there. Thanks a lot guys, bye.